Hello guys, welcome back to another video of mine. This is your match preview for Chelsea versus Rennes, taking place tonight at Stamford Bridge in the Champions League at 8 o'clock UK time. This is a big game. Funny, I say that every game, but it is a big game. In fairness, every single game is a big game, but tonight is crucial because we can take a big step towards qualification to the Champions League knockout stages if we can get 3 points tonight. Usually, Champions League group stage, if you get 10 points, that's usually good enough to get you out of the group. Minimum second. So we win tonight, we've gone to 7, which means we would only realistically need to win one of our last 3 games to get out the group. But we need to be winning this group. If we finish second in this group, I won't be happy. So we need to be winning this group, and by doing that, we need to win this game. It's going to be a difficult game. Rennes are a good side. They're third in League 1 at the moment. And they have some decent players. They have some decent players in there. They have Steven Nzonzi, as we know, used to play in the Premier League with Stoke, Blackburn. Used to play for Sevilla as well, who are in the group as well. Camavinga, who's very young, I think he's 17, recently broke into the France squad, so he's a good player. They have Rugani, I think, played for Juventus. And we only recently bought Edouard Mendy from there, and we know how good Mendy is. So they've have decent players at the moment, and only recently got rid of a very good player. So they are a very good side, and they're in the Champions League for a reason. They aren't there by luck; they're there by merit, and they're on 1 point from their 2 games. They drew against Krasnodar in the first game, that finished 1-1, and then they only narrowly lost to Sevilla in the last game, 1-0. So that they're no pushovers. So it will be a difficult game, and we have to approach it in the right manner and make sure that we give 100% and play well to win the game. Now, and to do that, we have to pick the right team, and the right team needs to go out there and give that 100% effort. So I'm going to run you through the starting 11 that I would like to see play. So in goal, Edouard Mendy. It's against his former club. He only left, and now he's back playing against them, and I think he'll relish the opportunity. So I go with Mendy in goal. Right back, I would go with Azpilicueta. I think we have 2 good options at right back with both Reece James and Azpilicueta, and I don't think there's really an issue if we rotate either of them. I think Reece James is a fantastic player, and he's so young that he's only going to get better. But I think because we have so many games this season and within such a short amount of time, rotation in the squad is going to be key. So I would go Azpilicueta for this game. Centre backs now. Thiago Silva played against Burnley on Saturday. He didn't travel for our last group game last week, and because of his age, we have to manage him correctly. So I personally would play him, but again, I'm not sure what Frank Lampard's going to do. But if it was me picking the team, I would pick Thiago Silva. The other centre back, I'd go with Kurt Zouma. I think the back 4 and the goalkeeper have been very good recently, and I don't see any reason to change it up too much. So I go with Zouma and Silva at centre back, and I would go with Ben Chilwell at left back. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying maybe Chilwell needs a rest. He is only back from a long-term injury, and as I mentioned, with the number of games we have in such a short amount of time, we need to manage the squad correctly, and rotating him is an option, but let's be honest, our other left back options are nowhere near as good as him. So it's hard to drop him when the left backs that do and can come in are not really up to scratch, the likes of Alonso and Emerson. So I would continue with Chilwell for the time being. Moving into midfield, I think we need to stick with that 4-3-3 formation that we saw against Burnley and we saw in the second half against Krasnodar. That has been very good to us. So the holding midfield role, I go with Kante. Kante is just a machine. He never loses energy. Him as the holding, deep-lying midfielder. The midfield 3 now. This is difficult because, again, we're looking at rotation. We're looking at trying to utilise the squad. I heard something that Havertz didn't train yesterday, so maybe that's a sign that he's being rested. I mean, I've made this point before. I think the new signings need to keep playing to get, up to speed. So I would go with Havertz, and I would go with Kovacic instead of Mount. Now, I know Mount played very well against Burnley, but just purely for rotation purposes, I would go with Kovacic. So Kante, Havertz, Kovacic. Front three, Christian Pulisic is out of the game. He picked up the injury in the warm-up against Burnley. So Frank Lambert said that it's not serious, it's a very minor one, but he won't be, fit to play this game. So he won't be available. So I would go with Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left. On the right, I would go with Hakim Ziyech. I think, he's only come back from a long-term injury as well, similar to Chilwell, and needs to get minutes in the under his belt. And he's played very well in the games that he started against Krasnodar and Burnley, so hopefully he can keep up that good run of form. Now, the number 9 role is difficult because Werner may need rest, and we have Giroud and Abraham as the other options. I mean, me personally, I would like to see Werner play. I would like to see our strongest team play, and then if we have a healthy lead at a later stage of the game, we can always take them off and then bring on these players. So I would go with Timo Werner up front, and hopefully that team can get the job done. So that's all for the preview of this game, guys. It's a very good opportunity for us. We should be winning this game. I mean, I know I mentioned how good Rennes are, and I know that they can cause problems for us if we're not at it. But with the squad and the players and the talent that we have, we should be winning this game. And hopefully, the balance that we saw between, defending well and creating chances of scoring goals that we saw against Burnley and saw in the second half against Krasnodar, hopefully that can, continue to gel and can continue to get better by performing the same and getting the same result tonight. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. There's not really much else that I can, go into. So if you did enjoy the video, please drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, or you enjoy the content, and I will have the review for the game out on Friday, and then I'll have the Sheffield United preview out on Saturday morning. So I'll see you then, guys, and take care. Come on, Chelsea.